the one I was looking for. Thank you for telling me about that one.
God, it's in 360 also, but it was, you know, crawling underneath the building.
I did see it. I did see it.
Oh,
That
I mean, it was
insane.
like, no, it was really insane. And he's under there cutting a comb and handing it to me, and my hair had so much honey and it was stuck to my head. And he had, with his dreads, he had this one really cute Goldilocks thing sticking off here, like it looked like a handlebar mustache ran away.
Well, I saw you guys like comb or something.
Yeah. Although what's really weird this time of year, what's going on is a lot of it that we're getting is brood comb, which is where they raise the babies, and that's what happens here. So normally that happens in the spring, all right, so they can swarm, which is nature's way of populating the area with bees, which is what we got here. Are we on?
Yeah.
What are you on? What are you? Lisa, what are you on?
I'm on this side of the truck.
You're on this. That's all he's admitting to. That's all I've lived in Bisbee for 40 years. I ain't telling you what I'm on. Tough shit.
Nah.
You can't have any either.
No.
You know, this is Lisa back here, everybody. We're in Douglas. Beautiful, not downtown Douglas. You live in such a cool little nook back there.
Right?
It's really awesome.
So we have bees.
You know, I remember back in the day in Bisbee, you know, in the 80s and stuff when it was a little rougher. And, you know, you'd see someone and you go, how you doing? I'm doing great. And everybody go, well, got any more? Those days are over.
Are they though?
Oh! Receptive. Oh, Lisa.
Well,
Wow,
it's just legal now.
Yeah, now it's
Legal,
legal.
yes.
Okay, most
This is
of it.
legal.
Most of it.
A lot of it, much
lot
of
of
it.
it.
We're heading there. We're heading there.
Hi, Killer Bee Nation. The third time you're saying our asses today.
Yes.
So Lisa had never even seen our YouTube channel before.
I have not. I
And
had not until
now
today,
she's well versed,
Mm-hmm.
and well versed and cursed.
Oh. Very good.
So you're from here. I mean, you're basically
Yes,
from here. The
yes,
family's
yes,
from here,
yes,
like
yes,
few
yes.
generations and
Mhm,
whatnot.
mhm.
And so she has this ball of bees. Yeah, another damn swarm. That's the third one today. I mean, you know they have Christmas in July. We're having April and September.
That's insane.
It's a
Right.
new celebration nobody wants.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on, Hosh?
I don't know,
Say
man.
good morning, Hosh.
Good afternoon, Hosh. Good morning. We got another swarm, everybody.
What
It's
the hell?
crazy. What's
the
going
hell's
on?
going on
This is
around
our
here?
third swarm today.
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes the charm.
What's happening? Remember all that brood we saw yesterday? It's in the air.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Nah, nothing.
Nothing worthwhile.
We're not even delirious. Well, we are from yesterday.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
both got stung about a dozen times each on that one yesterday.
Yeah.
And so, like Hosh was saying last night, he was like actually jumpy, you know, because it's cellular. And when you get, you know, when something pokes you, then after you've been stung a bit, it's like,
Yeah.
your body don't need anymore.
That's called PTSB.
BTS.
BTSP.
BTSP.
Why? It's my mother.
Hi, Ma. Hi.
Come
hi.
on.
Oh my God, we got the whole family. Are you guys? Can we come over and talk to you on YouTube? Okay, good. Just wait right there. No. Oh, you look wonderful. You can hide back there. Well, we're here to save the day. I'm here. Oh, well.
So we're making friends everywhere.
Okay, like I tell everybody, there are only 4 types of people in the county now. Only 4 types of people. People who have called. People who will. People who call again. Those who shoulda.
Shut up.
So anyway, so I would come over and give you a big hug and say hi.
It's okay.
She,
She said, that was a polite way of saying, no, get off my lawn. Oh, yeah, that's all right. You're good. That was almost a Wisconsin way of saying, get off my lawn. Anyway, Killer Bee Nation, and we're not that far away from it, but we're stupid. Actually, we're about 20, 30 feet, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is the first swarm you've had, right, that you know of on the property.
Yeah.
The thing is that means there is a hive nearby. And this is nature's way of propagating the area with hives, with new situations. So you've got a hive in the neighborhood. A hive now runs, as you probably heard on the YouTube channel, about 100,000 is a normal hive now. It's a lot of fucking bees. And 10 or 20% of them will take off, go find a new place to live. Sometimes they stop. People used to say they were resting. They're not fucking resting. They don't rest. They're killer bees, and they don't take a day off anyway. But they are apartment hunting. So the queen in the middle there will send out 100 bees that way, 200 bees that way, 50 bees that way, whatever, and they're apartment hunting. And they'll go sniffing around the doghouse and everybody's, connexes and everywhere.
They'll move in under your soffit there.
Yeah, under your soffit. They'll move in anywhere, or they'll decide to live right there.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
My dad seemed to think that they go.
Oh, let's go tell him he was possibly wrong. Okay, Dad, we're gonna get you on YouTube. So, Mom, you go in. Chasing Mom off her own lawn. So, back in the day, my name is Reed, sir.
Ed Gomez.
Ed, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And-
Are you the guy that had the in Bisbee?
Yep.
Did it burn down?
No, oh my God. This man knows what he's talking about. We were, what I always say? I'm always standing next to trouble, but never in it.
Okay, good.
It was that close, buddy. It was that close.
I know.
Oh my God. We had to close for a month. He's talking about, and what was your name again?
Lisa.
Ed Gomez.
Ed. A pleasure to meet you, Ed. So, the big fire in Bisbee, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Valentine's Day fire. And, I tell you, I was just looking out over town and I saw the glow, because my place is right at the tunnel.
Yes.
And I can look down.
Oh, at the tunnel.
Yeah,
Okay.
right at the tunnel. And you've been here a while.
Yes.
Right? Well, everything they took out of the tunnel and they made Concepcion Mesa
Yes.
up there? That's what it is. That's
Oh,
it.
really?
So it's where all the kids, the high school kids, used to party
Yeah.
and party up there. And it's everything they took out of the tunnel, and they used to call it Concepcion Mesa. Use your imagination. I think that more than one child was conceived up
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was thinking. That's why they said it that way.
Anyway, so I can look out over Bisbee and I saw the smoke way down there, 2 miles, and the glow of the fire. And I went, oh shit. And so it was right next to us. But so we had to be closed for a month because they didn't know structurally and smoke damage at all, right? So thank you for asking. We survived. We're good.
But the reason that I kind of said that is because we had, this is maybe 10, were you in the business 10 years ago?
Oh, 30 years ago.
Okay, well then you came and you took another bee swarm that was on a prickly pear.
Oh yes, Claro Casey. Oh yes, I remember the prickly pear.
Yeah.
That's so unusual. That's why I remember.
Yeah.
Because they don't usually land on a prickly pear.
Yeah.
I'll be damned. That was years ago.
Yeah, oh God, yes.
Oh my God. So Ed was thinking that maybe this ball of bees that they got in the tree was going to leave.
Yes.
Well, now back in the, they're all, killer bees now.
Yeah.
All of them. So things have changed, and so here's what's up to date, Ed.
Okay.
Here's the latest news. All right, back in the day, Lisa, you should hear this too, actually, since you're the one with the Nat Geo moment going on here. All right, so back in the day when there were only European honeybees, they would never ever decide to live there on a tree limb in front of God and everybody. They'd want to move up in the eaves or under the doghouse, or somewhere, right? Now, about 50 or 60% of the swarms they're building honeycomb right on the tree limb. Yeah, they're building right there in front of God and everybody. What in the hell? And people say, what do they do when it rains? It's very fascinating, actually, because you got this. I've seen, comb potion. I've seen the pecan tree. You got to watch that one. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. Comb and everything out in front of God and everybody. So when it rains, the bees on the outside, like an eggshell, all face upward, and all the rain runs down their wings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
But did you check in where he talked about them? He thought they might leave.
Well, and that we were getting to that now. Over half of them are deciding not to leave. They're deciding to live there. I don't know why. They're idiots. Okay.
Yes.
The other problem is if they do leave, where the hell do they go?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
They find another.
Well, they might find one up here.
Yeah, that's.
Then it's a lot more expensive,
Yes.
right? And they're more dangerous and all that. Or if they do go to your neighbors, you still have bees. They don't know fences and boundaries.
That's right.
And like I was telling Lisa, they had to come from somewhere in the hood here. So somebody has a hive under under a shed or under a doghouse or up in the eaves that they're like, oh, they don't bother me and I don't bother them. No, but you guys are paying the price.
Yeah.
And I took down your hummingbird juice because he said that's invitation.
Yeah, well, the hummingbird feeder, that's an open bar.
That's an open bar.
Yeah, that's like La Frontera down here.
Well, you know,
You
that's,
remember La Frontera, of
yeah,
course.
you
Me
know,
too.
You know, and I have been noticing that the syrup had been going down.
Glug, glug, glug.
Yeah, yes. And then sometimes we get bats.
Oh, I love the bats. They're awesome. Yeah,
And so then
they'll drain it.
they'll drain it too.
Oh, man.
And that's what I was thinking. So maybe it was the bees.
Yeah, well, the bees, I'll tell you. And if the bees get in there, nobody else can. Nobody
Yeah.
else.
Well,
They'll chase
last
them off.
summer we had a bunch of bites, and I was like, oh, I hate this stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wanted you
So-
to tell him, a professional, because
Yeah.
I tell him and he thinks I'm crazy.
Well, yeah, it's because you're his daughter,
Yeah.
so you don't count.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, honestly, there is no safe state of being for these bees anymore except dead, because they want us dead. You know, every week in this county now, in the summer, they kill a dog, a horse, or a goat. Every week.
No.
Do you remember June Hewitt? She used to raise hogs between Bisbee and Douglas,
Yes.
up Oro Road. And I knew June. And I remember she called me and she said, "You've got to get out here. I don't even know where they're coming from. They're stinging me and my employee Ewan and the pigs." I went out and watched one hive kill a 1,000-pound hog. Yeah. Yeah, they're no joke. No joke. Now that ball of bees that you got right there, that's what killed our buddy Dan Oldfield.
Yeah.
That was, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I knew Dan well. He was a buddy of mine.
Mm-hmm.
If bees got him?
Yeah, he had a ball like that in a tree. And he just went to tap with tobacco. He didn't even really screw with him, which knowing Dan, he would. And they killed him.
Yeah, and there was another one over there on, I think it was like 20th Street or 21st, and he had the hive in
Killed, yeah, well,
The guy.
Oscar Beltran was watching. Yeah, I know Oscar. You know Oscar, of course. Oscar, okay, so this is when that guy that was weed whacking was a special needs crew, right? They were
Right,
special
right.
needs. And they'd go around and help people with their lawns, and Oscar was supervising. And so the bees were up in the eaves, and they killed one of the guys who weed whacked.
Yes.
And Oscar, I know Oscar, and he said he went to help it. Well, that was the big mistake right there. Because if you see someone being attacked by bees, you can't help them. You cannot help them. We teach for safety for like search and rescue, sheriff, police, fire, etc. Right? And people always ask. We get calls from fire departments frequently to say, "We're en route to a stinging incident. What do we do when we get there?" Well, don't get out of the truck. A dead fireman ain't good to nobody, or
To
dead
nobody,
deputy.
yes,
You know,
exactly,
dead
yes.
deputy ain't good to nobody. Get on the bullhorn and get them. If you can get close enough within 10 feet or so, you can get out and drag them in the ambulance. You're gonna get stung. Period.
Really?
You're gonna get stung. Everyone's gonna get stung, but you might save their life. So, Oscar went and tried to help him. Oscar got well over 500 stings. I don't even remember how many stings, but he to this day now is debilitated.
No.
He used to be a high school coach, you know.
Yes,
He
yes.
was, yeah. I mean, yeah, we know Oscar. Good Lord, been around a while, I guess. And now, yeah, he's not well at all.
Wow.
And it was how many years ago? Did that?
Oh, God.
Good much science.
10?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. 10 years, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. No, these bees are no joke, Killer Bee Nation. That's for sure. And it doesn't make it. They're not just here in Arizona, you guys. Did you know that, Ed? They're in Ontario and Alberta, Canada.
Northeast coast?
Canada. Yep.
Wow.
And he said they shouldn't be here right now. This is April behavior.
No, this is totally weird. This is April behavior.
Really?
So swarming, again, is nature's way of propagating the area with bees, and they would do that right before or during the time when the spring flowers are coming out. Okay, all of the fall flowers are going away. There's going to be no more flowers. But you know what? Last couple of years, Hosh and I have been removing balls of bees like this in the snow in February.
No.
What the hell?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
You know? But living in Bisbee, that's what I'm good at, not making any sense. And you know what we say in Bisbee? If the going gets weird, the weird turn
Just
pro.
Okay, so you got rid of the bees?
Nope, we're going to.
Or you're just going to?
Yeah, we're going to chew your ear off before we got started.
Yeah.
No, no.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're going to save the day.
All right. Because the last time that you came, you took them because you said you used them.
That was back before I understood, because you know, as you learn things, you have to adapt how you do things, of course,
Yes.
right? And so this is very fascinating, because when we think,
Let me get out of the wind here.
oh, let's get out of
It's
the
gonna-
wind. This is very fascinating. Okay, Lisa, you're going to want to hear this, because class is being held anyway. So when we think of our nice honeybees that we used to love, they were European honeybees, right? Okay, Ed, I've never heard of an Alabama honeybee. I've never heard of a Mexican honeybee.
No.
I've never heard of I've never heard of a southwestern honeybee. No, they're invasive to the Western Hemisphere. There were no honeybees in the state of Arizona before 1872, ever.
Mm-hmm.
They're invasive. So when they were nice and fuzzy and cute and gave us honey and didn't try to kill us all the time, well, we didn't think about what they did to our native pollinators,
Yeah.
our bumblebees and our leafcutter bees and our mason bees and all that. And so now the Africanized move in, and all of a sudden they want to kill us all the time, and they do, right? They've killed 3 people in this county this summer
Really.
so far. So, and all of a sudden made us.
Okay. Okay, it's okay.
What the hell happened?
Just keep talking, keep talking.
Okay, so anyway, secretarial, anyway. So then it became very aware to us, not only are they mean to us and try to kill us, but they will drive native pollinators off of flowers. They will kill the native pollinators.
Really?
Yep. So they're evil little bastards.
Well, you know, and sometimes, so I wonder if it was bees or if it was wasps. But I noticed that the what do you call them? The hummingbirds.
Yep.
They won't get close to it if there's a
No, those
wasp.
are the little bees, and the bees too.
Yeah.
Little bees. Because like I was saying, a hummingbird feeder, that's an open bar.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's an open bar. And they will come from a long ways around to an open bar.
To an open
Who
bar.
won't?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Old Ed and I can remember a lot from years ago here. So, anyway, all right, buddy, we're going to chase you in the house before they do.
Okay.
All right. Lisa
So
liked
we
that
forgot to pay him.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go pay him right now.
What are you
one.
gonna?
We'll
Be
wait.
careful.
Okay, there she goes. There she goes. Save the day.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Well, so
Thank you.
if you hear what sounds like a little girl screaming, it's both of us.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We'll talk to you in a bit, Ed.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Killer Bee Nation. Well, that was some fun. That was a little class I didn't
Right?
expect to happen.
Yeah.
But we're going to make quick work of this. We're going to wait until Lisa comes back. I don't know where the hell she ran off to. But you want to show them the swarm?
Yeah.
Killer Bee Nation. I'm going to get
Alright.
the goodie.
There we go. So for those of you who are new to the channel, that's a killer bee swarm right there. And we are killer bee exterminators. I think they're bunched up so tight because of the wind. Killer bees were created in a Brazilian laboratory in 1957 when they crossbred African queen bees with European drones. The result was a better bee, impervious to cold, impervious to heat. They don't get varroa mites, or they don't keep them. They make twice as much honey. They're able to endure jungle conditions, something the European forebears really frankly sucked at, which is why these were created. Brazil wanted to get in on the honey export game. So they created this bee under laboratory conditions. Now, unfortunately, these bees got out. We'll just leave it at that. They got out of the lab, and they spread out in a 300-mile-a-year radius until finally they hit the U.S. in the early 90s. By 1998, 100% of the feral unmanaged honeybee hives in the state of Arizona were deemed Africanized by laboratory scientists in Tucson. Killer bees are dangerous. They kill people, they kill pets, they kill livestock, and they're an existential threat to our native pollinators, our native bees. They inbreed our native plants. They're just all around assholes. We exterminate. we exterminate.
After yesterday, yes.
Yeah. We exterminate every hive we find. And
Wind blown. I think I'm going to get over there.
You're
So-
about to witness the extermination of this killer bee swarm.
What a weird-
Maybe a hive. We'll find out.
Well, if they got nubbins, they are. So.
We'll see.
All right. So as usual.
What do you think, gang? Is it a
this-
hive or a swarm?
Yeah. We're
Let's see.
laying bets here, huh?
We're laying bets.
So isn't that kind of beautiful in its deadly way?
Yes.
And now they're not lighting up just like the last one, right? But who
well, they're
cares?
tight. I think it's tight because of the wind.
Oh, that's true. They hate that. They'll hang on to each other. So that is like an onion. There's still, that's a really small one. There's probably only 3,000, 4,000 bees there.
Right.
Nonetheless, right? So I'm going to go ahead and coat them on the outside so they can't just come pouring off in theory. There we go. So this sticks them together. Then we go ahead and we do our pyrethrin. And we're going to try to catch a few of them. And then, of course, as they're flying off, there we go. There we go. This is working really well. All right. They're going to drop to the ground and the ants are going to get them. I wasn't sure if I was going to catch them or not, but there's no reason to. So we're going to, this is classic. This is not a DIY channel, everyone.
No,
Okay?
don't try this at home.
Do not try this at home.
We're licensed
And,
professionals.
Yeah, if you are not licensed, don't be doing this shit. In Arizona, I know for sure that the pest management division will not like that at all. And the fines are, whoo, you don't want to even deal with that shit.
Steep.
Let alone the liability.
Oh, the liability.
Don't do it. These things, it killed dogs, horses, cows, people, and
Hogs.
yeah,
Goats.
1,000-pound goats. Oh my God, all the time.
All the
This
goats.
is working really textbook. I mean, we just had to bring you guys along to the third swarm
Third
today.
swarm today. Unbelievable.
It's the 7th of September.
The 7th of
What the hell?
September.
But you know, all the brood we've been seeing,
Yeah.
you know, driving down here, Hosh and I were like, look at all the brood that the chickens have been getting, right?
Right.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the chickens been eating good, that's for sure. They don't like the bees. If anybody was wondering about that, they wait until the bees are gone off of the brood that he brings
Oh, yeah. They
for
hate
them
the
because
bees.
they're too smart for that shit. They know that those things might, you know, taste good, but they're not very good for the digestive tract of a chicken, apparently. You know, I might be able to catch a few of these guys, actually. This is working really well.
Yeah.
So we let that pyrethrin soak in a bit, and now we're going to go ahead and give it a... Oh, this is perfect, huh? Now we're going to be able to see if they...
I'm really curious if they've got nubbins there.
Nubbins. Nope. Well, yep, yep.
Are you
Yep,
serious?
Yep, look at that. See them?
Holy cow.
Yep, they got nubbins. So if you guys can see the little white things there...
Wow, yeah, look on the side. They were going to build.
They were going to build right there in front of God and everybody. They
This
weren't-
was a hive. It wasn't
Yep.
a swarm.
No, they just got started. There's little tiny nubbins. That's beeswax. The little white things you can
Right.
see there,
Yeah.
that's beeswax. And that's how we
Yeah.
know.
Well, there you have it. It's a hive, not a swarm.
Yeah, exactly.
It was actually a swarm when we arrived, and
And then
then
they just-
during the time when you were talking to our new friends there, they became a hive.
They're just instantaneous. And it is actually pretty, you know, the only difference between a swarm and a hive is that millisecond they decide to live somewhere. So, I mean, not nearly, you know, nothing as exciting as a killer bee underworld or, you know, Dragoon Baptist bees and all that shit. You know, that happens every day anyway. But just this weird-ass behavior of these guys swarming in September
Right.
and all winter and whenever. So it's just
Yeah. Well,
really gotten off the chain.
here we are nipping it in the proverbial.
Yeah, right, before they moved into the eaves.
Yes.
Or somebody drove by and they didn't like the color of that person's shirt and they attacked them.
Yeah.
Or the dog walked by or whatever, you know. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
can't risk it. But this looks really like it's a done deal here.
Yeah.
Nipping this in the bud.
And kind of a dumb deal.
Dun dun. Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun dun
Yeah,
dun
well-
dun 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 dun.
Gang, I don't know what's going on. We could be doing bees all winter at this.
Yeah.
I mean, we just, again.
Yeah. Oh, on Monday morning we
unreal.
got a huge one out in Hereford under a shed.
Mm.
And one of the fellows working there, you know, made the mistake. He did not know. He saw them coming and going from under the shed, thought he could get rid of them because they didn't look like a lot. He didn't realize there were 100,000 bees in there. He sprayed some
Oh, yeah.
shit at the front door.
They blew up.
And they blew up. And so he lived, and so everything's all right. But that's Monday morning, if not before. That's just what we have planned right now. This is really a relief to have it go so safe and simple, and nobody kicked the hive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. All right, Killer Bee Nation. Well, that went well. I think that we're going to wrap this up and move on and do something else. a little
Yeah,
bit later.
behold the nubbins, everyone.
Nubbie.
Behold them.
Is that what? That's the church choir. And behold the nubbins
Yes.
of the Lord.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
There it is. There it is. Can you believe it? They were going to drop comb right there. Now listen. If you pull into your driveway one day and you see a ball of bees hanging from a tree, don't call a beekeeper, call an exterminator. Honeybee Africanization is on the rise all over the lower 48 states. You can't trust feral honeybees anymore, and you don't need to. They're invasive. It's an invasive species. If they're European, it's a destructive invasive species competing with native bees and native pollinators for resources and inbreeding our native plants. And if they're Africanized honeybees, it's a deadly invasive species.
Walking towards us.
Dangerous.
Look who's walking towards us.
Yes. Call an exterminator. Get rid of your bees. Never relocate a feral honeybee hive. Always exterminate. All right.
Okay, we gotta say,
Yes.
everybody say.
We're gonna sign off here with Lisa.
We did it.
You did it.
It's over.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're free of bees.
Yay.
Yes, it's a, you can be free, but it's not a free bee.
It's not a freebie. Okay, I'm gonna go get my checkbook.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll get my clipboard and give you yours.
Okay.
All right, very good. That went well. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Killer Bee Nation. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. What was that?
I don't know. That was ominous.
That was
I'm
awesome.
scared, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you, everybody.